Hello everyone, this side Himanshu Sharma, IIT Delhi alumnus. In this video, we are discuss a question from application of derivative that came in 2022. All right. So let's discuss this problem. So in this question, given that a function that is continuous and such that f dash x greater than 0, that this say f dash x greater than 0, that means fx is strictly increasing. All right. So first hint of this question is this, and given that our gx function in the terms of fx is this, so given that gx is a f2a square x minus ax square. Now we have to find local maxima or g, local maxima and minima g, point of inflection. So let's differentiate it. So g dash x is equal to f dash 2a square x minus ax square and apply chain rule. So 2a square minus 2ax. Alright, and given that f dash x greater than 0 for all x belongs to real, so this part is always positive, always greater than 0, and this part 0 when x equal to a. So let's discuss when this part is positive and when this part is negative. So let's continue with a wavy curve method. So at x equal to a, that part is 0. So and ahead of a, that part is negative, and less than a, that part is positive. All right. So from via first derivative test, we can say that function dy by dx or g dash x is positive for all x belongs to minus infinity to a. All right. So we can say that g is increasing for all x belongs to minus infinity to a, and g dash x less than equal to 0 for all x belongs to a to infinity. All right. So g is decreasing for all x belongs to a to infinity. All right. So our function increasing from minus infinity to a. All right. So from minus infinity to a, our function gx increasing. So let's draw a rough sketch. Remember, rough sketch, not an exact sketch. That is a rough sketch. Okay. So minus infinity to a, let's our function is increasing, and that is a x equal to a. All right. And after that, a to infinity, our function is decreasing. So decrease. So we got that is a maxima, and that is a rough sketch, not a exact sketch. That is a rough sketch. I can't draw exact diagram of this, graph of this, because we don't know what is the value of fx and what is the function of fx. So via rough sketch, we find that at x equal to a, this function has a local maxima. So option A is right of this question, and that is a very good question to imply the concept of maxima, minima and derivatives. So let's start this the solution. So in this question we have to ask, find the value of this expression, and zeta 1, zeta 2, zeta 3, zeta n are the root of equation x power n plus 1, and that is the nth root of unity equation. So given that x power n equal to 1, we have a n root 1 zeta 1, zeta 2 and zeta n. All right. So can we write x power n minus 1 in such a expression, x minus 1, x minus zeta 2, x minus zeta 3, dot 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 x minus zeta n. All right, zeta n. So after that is a very important step, and these are in the plus and 1 upon. So let us take a log from both sides, so that product come in a addition. So log x power n minus 1 is nothing but equal to log x minus 1 plus log x minus zeta 2 plus log x minus zeta 3 dot 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 log x minus zeta n. All right, zeta n. After that, that's come in a denominator. So let's differentiate on both sides. So if we differentiate log x power n minus 1, so that's equal to n x power n minus 1 upon x power n minus 1, take a chain rule, and that's equal to 1 upon x minus 1 plus 1 upon x minus zeta 2 plus 1 upon x minus zeta 3 dot 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 1 upon x minus zeta n. And this expression similar as this expression if we put x equal to 2. So let's put x equal to 2 in both sides. So this expression is our given in the question, and this expression is our answer. So let's put in this expression x equal to 2. So let's put it, and one of the most important thing is in this expression there is no 1 upon x minus 1. So zeta minus 1. So if we put 2 and subtract this, then overall value is this. So let's compute it. So if we put x equal to 2, so n into 2 to the power n minus 1, and into 2 to the power n minus 1 upon 2 to the power n minus 1. All right. And in the right hand side, this is equal to 1 plus 1 upon 2 minus zeta 2 plus 2 minus zeta 3 dot 2 minus zeta n. All right. So let's subtract 1 in both sides. So the answer is n into 2 to the power n minus 1 minus n plus 1 upon, and that's equal to 2 minus zeta 2, 2 minus zeta 3 dot 1 upon 2 minus zeta n. And the answer is n into 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 2 to the power n plus n into 2 plus 1 plus 1 upon 2 to the power n minus 1. So our correct answer is option B. So right answer of this question is option B. So one of the question is from GIF, Greatest India Function, and in this question we have given that box xy19, GIF is generally called as box x equal to box xy20. So now we have to find the number of positive integer which satisfy this equation. All right. So we know the function box x is nothing but taking a only integral value like as 0 when x is goes to 0 to 1, and 1 when x is goes to 1 to open 2, and 2 when x is goes to 2 to open 3. Okay. So let's discuss when this and this function takes equal value. Okay. So we have to only find positive integral solution, only positive integral solution. Okay. So firstly we have to take box xy92, let us suppose 0, that's equal to 0. That means this lies between box xy19 to 1. So our x is between 0 to 19. All right, from this equation, and let us suppose this is also equal to 0. So box xy20 is also equal to 0. So this equation implies box xy20 lies between 0 to open 1. So our x is lies between 0 to open 20, and both these equations have a solution 0, but our answer is different. So take intersection. So we will take a intersection, then we got the value of x is lies between 0 to 19 open, but we have to find only positive integer solution. So we reject 0. So our positive integer in between this is positive integral is 1 to up to 18. So there are 18 solution. So this is solution for only box xy19 and box xy20 equal to 0. So let's discuss when this is equal to 1. All right. So box xy90 equal to 1 equal to box xy20. All right. So if box xy19 equal to 1, that means xy19 belongs to 1 to open 2. So 19 to x 38. So the value of x lies between 19 to open 38. When box xy20 equal to 1, so our xy20 belongs to 1 to open 2. So our values is 20 to open 40. So let's take a intersection. If we take a intersection, then we got our x is lies between 20 to x 48. Oh sorry, 38. 20 is less than equal to. All right. So number of positive integral between 20 to 38 is 21, 22, sorry 20, 21, 22 dot 37. So there are 18 positive integers. So that's also 18 integer. 18 positive integer between 20 to 37. Alright. So let's take another. After that we generalizes. So xy 19 equal to 2 and that's equal to xy 20. Alright. So and also xy 20 lies between 2 to open 3. Alright. So that is lies between 38 to x 57 and also that is lies between 40 to x 60. Alright. So now let's take a intersection. So from intersection we got our x is lies between 40 to 57 open. So number of positive integer lies between this is 40, 41 up to 56. So there are 17 positive integer. Alright. So there are 17 positive integer. So what we observe, the number of integer decreasing in every step. So in this 18 integer, and when we get box xy 19 equal to 1, we got 18 integer, but when we solve box xy 19 equal to box xy 20, we got 17 integer. If we solve box xy 19 equal to 3 and box xy 20 also equal to 3, then we got 16 positive integer that satisfy this equation. Alright. So this number is decreased in every step. So our number of total solution is 18 plus 18 plus 17 plus 16 dot 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 up to 1. So there is a sum of first 18 natural number plus 18. So the our answer is 18 into 19 divide by 2. So that's equal to 18 plus 171. So answer is 189. So final answer is 189. So option C is right option. Alright. So from we starting this question, we have just a brief idea about binomial theorem and these two famous expansion 1 plus x power n and also 1 minus x power n. So let's expand this. So 1 plus nc0 plus nc1x plus nc2x square dot 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 ncn x power n. Alright. So that is the binomial expansion of this term, and in general we can write it as n equal to 0 to n, r equal to 0 to n ncr x power r. Alright. And in the this expansion we just replace x via minus x. So let's replace nc0 minus nc1x plus nc2x square minus nc3x cube and dot 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 minus 1 power n ncn x power n. If x is odd, then take a negative sign, and if x is even, then take a positive sign. So in our question, so that is a total even terms. 23C0, 23C2, that coefficient is even. So if we add these two expansion, then we got 2 into nc0 plus 2 into nc2x square plus take a 2 common outside, nc2x square nc4 x power 4 and dot dot dot. Alright. So and the last term will be the even, not a odd, because all the 0 to 4 are all are even. So 1 plus x power n, 1 minus x power n. Alright. So if we put n equal to 23 and x equal to 1, then we got this series. Alright. So put n equal to 23 and x equal to 1. Alright. So 1 plus 1 power 23 plus 1 minus 1 power 23 is equal to 2, 23C0, 23C2 dot 23C4 dot 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 dot, then the last even term is 23C22. Hence we got the answer of this series is 2 to the power 23 by 2. Hence this is equal to 2 to the power 22, and our option is option A is correct. So in this question, given that f is strictly decreasing function, so strictly decreasing function, that means f dash x less than equal to 0, that is given, and mod of ft less than pi by 2. So this expression given that mod of fx is a bounded function, all right, and our another function g 0 to pi gt equal to sin ft, that's given that gt equal to sin ft. And now we have to discuss increasing, decreasing, and the nature of gt in this question, all right. So sin ft, gt equal to sin ft. So let's differentiate g with respect to t. So g dash t is equal to cos ft into f dash t, all right. So we know that our f dash x is less than equal to 0, but we don't know what is the value of cos ft, but we know our ft is bounded and the value of ft is lying between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, all right. And if we apply the cos, and we know that the cos x is a decreasing function, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, so this, that is change the sign. So our cos when minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 ft, and our cos ft belongs to 0 to 1, all right. So that's equation cos ft belongs to 0 to 1, that means this is greater than equal to 0 and this is less than equal to 0 for all t belongs to real, all right. So overall expression of g dash t is less than equal to 0 for all t belongs to real. So we got that our g dash t is less than equal to 0. So that means our function g dash t is strictly decreasing, not strictly decreasing. For strictly decreasing, that is completely less than 0, but equality occurs. So g dash t is less than equal to 0. So we can say that g is decreasing from 0 to pi, hence the option A is correct. So thank you very much.